3, 2, 1, and we're live recording. So again, greetings YouTube and the general public of the internet, social medias, friends and family, to all personnel and people out there. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing what I have to say from start to finish. I am General Sunbeam. You might know me as Sunbeam Titan, Sunbeam, Sunbeam Moonlight, Sunbeam 007, Sunbeam 0071, Sunbeam 072, or Sunbeam 0. I've been around for more than thrice the decades. You have seen me around. You might have seen me at conventions, Anime Fest, Ikicon, Ushicon, Anime Overload, Anime CTX, Fandom Event, Ecchi Expo, Windbloom, San Japan, Realms Con, Haven Con. What else? Maybe somewhere in ATX, downtown ATX, Austin, Texas, USA. You have seen me around at Kinokuniya, Lakeline Mall. That's right, for Austinites, Texans, in the Central Texas area between Austin, Pflugerville, Round Rock, Taylor, San Marcos, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston. You might have seen me around. This is me, the real me, Sunbeam Titan, reporting. For those that care, at least, those that have seen me around, that sort of care about getting to know me, thank you. Do I want to make friends? Oh, I'm fairly open about making new friends, yes. But otherwise, I am flexible. This is your choice, whether you want to be friends with me or not. For the newcomers, for those that choose to remain me as a stranger, it's fine. Acquaintance or whatever. I'm saying this for those that wants to be my friend, that cares to be my friend, that wants to get to know me and know my interests, what I like, what I dislike, how I am. I will just go ahead and tell you right now. As of now, for those that really have known me, I do have an attitude problem. I'm a stressed out person. I'm considered as 24/7 stressed, frustrated, flustered, impatient, blunt, kind of vile. I do have limited interests. Fairly got some mental problems, mental issues, mental concerns. I'll just be honest. So again, I had developed antisocial demeanor, personality. I am impatient. I'm always considered stressed. It's always a long day for me. I don't always smile like this. I'm usually serious, firm, serious, and introverted. So that's what you need to know about me, personality-wise. My demeanor, attitude, temperament, mood. I sometimes may appear not to get along with a lot of people. I don't talk a lot in real life, in person. So I'm here to express this here on YouTube instead and on the internet, on social media. So I'll make my feelings very known to the general public of the internet, to the social medias, to all that here to listen to what I have to say, to hear me out. So I appreciate for those that have strong muscles and strong mentality to accept me for who I am. I am stubborn. I am hard-headed. And again, I do develop antisocial demeanor. I do find some things offensive or sensitive, as I am indeed a sensitive person. Like, if you tell me you should be writing your stories, I don't like your stories, that might hurt my feelings, that might make me feel insensitive. But hey, I'm just going to say, thank you for your response. If you don't like my stories, well, you don't have to comment in the first place. You don't have to really speak your negative opinions about it if you don't like it. Why waste 3 seconds or 5 seconds writing that? Because I know I've seen this on YouTube. There are a lot of haters and negative comments. And some say, if you don't like it, why watch the video in the first place from the get-go? Why I went through saying all this? Like, I really wish there's an answer to that too. Like, why they tell that? If I watch politics, I just want to say I'm trying to express my political opinion because I wish to see change. I disagree. Now, another thing is, I want to say that life is full of politics, like it or not. Reality is full of politics. I'm not talking about the White House. I'm not talking about the U.S. Capitol, the Supreme Court, the legislative, the executive branch, the judicial branch. I'm not talking about the presidents, the Republicans, the Democrats, the liberals, the conservatives, the socialisms. I'm not talking about all these ideological politics here. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about me and you, YouTube, everyday life. When you see a person on the streets, it's politics. My definition of politics is whether you like someone or something, if you dislike someone or something, you want to see this person or something change, that is the definition of politics. In which case, I want to express that when it comes to conventions, like, A-Con, Anime Fest, Ikicon, Ushicon, Fandom Event, Ecchi Expo, Okicon, Windbloom, Comic-Con, Anime Bomb Comic-Con or something, Power Up event hosted by Fandom Events, like all these conventional events, whether they're 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 day, 2 days, in general, when it comes to like certain things, the only thing I disagree with conventions and events in general is when it comes to volunteering. I wish there's like a promotional rank system I can work my way up, like going up. I'm getting tired of just being a volunteer at tier 1 at a grunt level. So I disagree with that. I hope to be like a ranger or a staff, like a manager staff level, a supervisor position when it comes to volunteering at anime conventions or Comic Cons or other events going on here in Central Texas or other states. I have volunteered for like slightly more than a decade. I have volunteered at Ikicon like 3 times. I have volunteered for Anime Overload, Anime CTX. I have volunteered at Ushicon twice. And I have volunteered for Fandom Event, Ecchi Expo, and Windbloom like 3 times for a Fandom Event. I have personally known all these chairpersons, these chairmen. Well, I don't personally know them, but I know them. Like, I've seen them around. I know they're the owner, they're the chairman or chairwoman or chairperson of such events. But all I want to say again, I deserve to be raised, like to be promoted to a better position, to not just be a tier 1 grunt worker volunteer. I deserve to be like a staff behind a cosplay contest, for example, or a second in command, a vice chairman. And I hate saying this, that I don't have the money to run my own conventions, but I'd rather be the second in command vice chairman. I said this many times. I said this on Facebook. When it comes to running a convention, I don't want to run the convention as a boss, the head honcho. I want to be the second in command. Second. Dos. Second in command, the vice chairman of the convention. I don't want to take 110% full responsibility of whatever drama goes on by each individual attendee. I just want to share some of it. So again, I want to be the second in command. Or at least I want to be the 7th seat in person in line of power to run a convention. Or a manager in the cosplay department or whatever. So that's one thing I will say politically that I disagree with these conventions. I hope to see change. And in cosplay contests, I hope to see lesser participants that didn't make it to the 1st, 2nd, 3rd placement to get like a certificate of thank you for participating or a ribbon or something, like a small minor achievement reward. Because every cosplayers, they work very hard to craft their costumes. And it's sad that they go wherever they came from. They travel from out of state, out of country, wasting gas time for hotels and all that, only to lose and not get in a placement and go home with nothing. So I disagree with the cosplay contest in general of conventions and events. They deserve something, like a small cheap reward, a small cheap plaque, a medal of honor or something. Because they work very hard for their cosplay, artistically. Having to spend their costume, going out to stores to buy all these crafts and they take the time to build together. It takes them months, years. I'm trying to recognize the undervalued and the underrated cosplayers out there, such as myself. Even my wife works very hard. She stayed up all night crafting her cosplays, her costumes. I'm glad that at one of the fandom events, I believe the Ecchi Expo Cosplay Prom, the Cosplay Gala, like around 2023, I'm glad she won. We won. I'm glad she won. I appreciate it. I think that's all we need, but if she, at her own expense, at her own consent, if she wants to continue cosplaying, to go to cosplay contest, again, I leave it at her own choice, at her own decision, at her own volition. I have already expressed this between me and my wife, that we love to cosplay, But the only reason why we stopped cosplaying is because she doesn't seem very interested in cosplaying, like treating it like as working as a full-time job. I have really expressed this last year when I used to live in an apartment. I have expressed this numerous times with her, one-on-one, even online. I wish she can cosplay. If she keeps on buying costumes, like spending large sums of money on buying costumes from AliExpress, Temu, Amazon, or other vendors on site, online, or in person, whatever, then what's the point of buying them in the first place? Why spending all this money and not bother to cosplay regularly? Why bother not communicating with me, telling me, hey, Sunbeam, excuse me, hey, Sunbeam Ty, let's cosplay Saturday. Let's cosplay on the weekends. Let's go to here. Let's go to the park. Since it's summer, it's hot. I'm gonna wear something special for you. I'm gonna wear fan service swimsuit clothes. Like, my wife have never communicated that to me. She have never expressed her interest in cosplaying. I'm not trying to be rude or bashing, but I'm only saying this because I am Soltaire Cosplay. I created Soltaire Cosplay fan page on Facebook and Instagram and DeviantArt to showcase cosplaying. We have met a lot of friends over since 2021. The first convention since my wife came here in Texas from Honolulu, Hawaii during COVID-19 pandemic was IkiCon. And that day, I believe we got engaged at IkiCon when one of my best men, my longtime friend, Player464, hosted a Genshin meetup event. I have pictures on Facebook, and I think I did share that on Instagram under Soltaire Cosplay and DeviantArt that me and my wife, they got engaged at that time. Like, that was in 2021. 2021. And then a few days, on 2 years from now, in 2023, that's when me and my wife got married. We got married here in Texas, and now we have been married for 1 year. 1 year. Here's my ring finger. 1 year. My wife came here all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. She brought all her belongings, all her personal belongings. You could not imagine how much it would cost to consistently ship all her belongings. And she has quite a mouthful of clutters, a lot of merchants, a lot of items, a lot of collectibles, flooding the room, flooding the closets. And she keeps on buying more clothes and more stuff from AliExpress. I mean, I'm not forcing her. It's her choice. But again, I'm just saying that it'll eventually gonna take up a lot of space. It'll be a waste of space. I'm gonna say it as it is. But again, if she buys more cosplay, she hasn't really told me, hey Ty, let's go to the park and cosplay. Let's cosplay, take some photo shoots, and let's do some more fun video reels. She have never told me that. Even last year, 2023, she had never told me of her own free will that she's interested in cosplaying. Even my friend, Crazy 74, his girlfriend Tiani, at the time when they were at the apartment last year, they did say they wanted to do modeling, and they were really insistent and really precise if my wife cares to be a model. But again, it's all about action, not words. Not what I'm saying. It's all about here with my hands. As Shayla LaBeouf said, if you care about to be a cosplayer or a model, just do it. Just do it. Don't let dreams be dreams. Don't just say it and not do it. Do it. And I have been doing that. I have been cosplaying. I used to cosplay as Venti. Shout out to Jonathan for photography for finally buying the Venti cosplay. I have cosplayed as Venti. I have did the Venti address on my YouTube. I did share that on Facebook, so there's proof of that video content that I was doing the Venti address. And I'm thinking about cosplaying as Venti, going to Starbucks, because I really hope that Hoyoverse, one of the producer behind Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail, will do a Genshin Impact themed promotion with Starbucks. You know, with the Venti cup, the largest cup. Because I want to cosplay as Venti, and I want to buy a cup with the face of Venti on it. Because I like to go to Starbucks and say, I'm Venti, I'm drinking a Venti size caramel frappe. I'm the star that makes the bucks. Hopefully I can grow as a successful YouTuber, successful TikToker, successful Instagram. As you may know, according to the YouTube requirement to have your video monetized, for the monetized system, you have to have over 1,000 or I think 500 subscribers. I think they would in over 1,000 or 3,000 views or something. And I disagree with that. I might want to send an email to the company and YouTube expressing that it's too much, too high, and I disagree with it. So I'm sending that message to YouTube to change the whole monetization program to where is video content produced 5 minutes or longer. Just like the not safe for work, explicit 18 plus adult website X Hamster, where they have it where you submit an application to get in partnership to have your video be monetized to get paid per views, 5 minutes or longer. And I'm getting a little dehydrated. Oh, my nose. Got a very bad nasal congestion. So, yes. I wish YouTube, TikTok, and various social medias like that follow the same example of X Hamster. And I don't want to talk about it because it's a porn website. It's an 18 plus explicit adult pornography website. I'm just saying that educational wise, because again, they have it where you can upload video content 5 minutes or longer, and they added advertisement. I don't understand why YouTube can't do something like that, where it's only just instead requiring 500 or more subscribers, where it's out of my reach, it's out of my control. It feels like a presidential campaign to try to win the people's heart. I don't like that. I disagree with that. At the moment, I either have 44 or 45 or 46 subscribers on YouTube. I try my best to promote my content and to promote all my social medias very, very strongly. I don't want to feel like I'm chasing subscribers or chasing followers, because I'm not a clout chaser. I am not Johnny Somali. I am not Neon. I am not Jack Doherty. I'm not Dita Mac. I'm not Canel Joseph. I'm not My House is Dirty. I'm not all these pranksters, all these harassers, like all these pranksters, all these trolls that goes around public pranking people and videoing in front of their face. I am not those people. I am Sunbeam Titan, just freely expressing my opinions, my thoughts, freely exercising open door policy and the freedom of speech. The First Amendment here in the United States of America. So you have to give me credit for open transparency, to be crystal clear and honest, sincere and genuine. Also, this is the real Sunbeam Titan, the real Soltaire Cosplay. No deepfake, no AI. I'm not hiding behind any avatar or VTuber. This is the real me talking. I'm showing myself. I mostly am honest, but I'm also dishonest. So you have to give me credit for, again, being super honest and sincere here. So again, I disagree with the conventions and the cosplay contest. I hope to see a big change in that, where every cosplayer, whether they're experienced or inexperienced, first timers or veterans, all together, if they didn't make it to first, second, third in the major placement, they deserve to go home with a minor achievement, like a Medal of Honor, a cheap plaque, or a certificate saying thank you for participating. Like something, like some sort of proof, some sort of achievements. And I wish to see a lot more cameramen, more photographers, videographers, documentarians, content creators, live streamers, trying to blog and trying to record and document all the cosplay contests. And each participant deserves to get a pictures. Because again, some people can get away with it. They can keep saying, oh, I'm a novelist, even though they can lie and say they have won a major achievement before. But they can get away with being a beginner if none of these documentarians or photographers capture any of their proof of participation. So that's why I'm saying all this, because I haven't won. Me and my wife participated in previous cosplay contests, and we haven't won like more than once at a cosplay contest. But we have participated in cosplay contests before. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I already disagree that all these participants that came from around the country deserve to go home with something. I want to see that. I want to see more photographers, more photographies, more documentarians, more documentations. I want to be on YouTube when I participated at various conventions in the cosplay contest. I want to see myself be recorded, be documented on YouTube or other social medias. And that's the memo. Now the next part I will say is that this is maybe more personal, but I'm just expressing this between me and a former friend of mine. That me and my former friend that I will go by as Marvis Mackay. I know he has a YouTube, he has Instagram and Twitter X, but out of respect, I'm trying to be professional and formal here. Me and him, in terms of companionship, or no more, no longer. It's official that I'm putting my foot down and to express that between me and him, we're no longer friends. And I'm sorry to say that. I already gave him a second chance. He blew it. We're done. I don't appreciate his comments, whether by the various opinions, whether he's joking or not. He has said this few times. He has said this remarks where he said, if you don't like your job, why don't you quit? And he told me that I'm open to new ideas, but won't watch a horror. That's hilarious. He also said, if you want to promote your fan page very bad, why don't you do it? He has said those few lines, few comments on Facebook, on my Facebook page, on my Facebook profile. I can delete the whole post and delete his message if I want to, but I'll just leave it there. Set an example for all friends, those who are friends, and to the general public. Facebook and the internet. But he has said those few comments, and I don't appreciate his way of his rhetorical comments. I don't appreciate it. I don't find it funny, especially that me and him known each other for 2 years. We used to live in an apartment. He was a roommate. 13 months, 1 full year and 1 full month. I have told him personally, whether in person or on the messenger, I don't like horror movies or horror genre. If he knows better, if he knew me that well, he would not bother to say all that in the first place from the get-go. So shame on him. I will give him credit for speaking his mind, exercising open door policy and freedom of speech. But on my Facebook profile, which is my own Facebook domain, I can delete his comments. I can delete the whole post. I can block him, unfriend him, and that's what I did. Except for deleting the comment, I wrote a reply that I respect his perspective and his opinion and his freedom of speech, but I disagree the way how his small, sharp jab, fiery talks. He has been telling me that here and there, and I'm very tired of it. I like Maurice Mackay when we first met in 2022 at the first fandom event, Ecchi Expo, where we don't know each other. And I like it better when he's just a listener and say, okay, yeah, okay. I wanted him like that. I like to go back in time where we don't know each other. And I'm going to make that happen. Same thing with my longtime friend and Taylor, Crazy Chris. I have told him the same thing. Me and him used to not be friends, but I gave him a second chance when we first met at ColossalCon at Kalahari, Round Rock, Texas. I'm making my message clear and broad and wide, expressing my free mind and putting my foot down. I have told him on the phone when I used to live in an apartment, again, I don't like horror movies. I don't like horror genre. If I'm at your house, okay, you can put on horror movies or graphic content. It's your house. You live with your mom and dad. I don't say anything. I'm the guest. But I give him shout out to his girlfriend Tiani that she did say that they don't like horror movies 3 times. Chris, Crazy 74, he's really not considerate of that. So I'm gonna have to criticize him on that. A friend, a mutual supportive friend would understand how I feel. Whether you have some mental issues or not, common sense wise, if you know I don't like horror movies, don't bring it up. Don't put on horror genre. Otherwise, it is your ego. It is you that's at fault. Because I'm a good friend, I love Sword Art Online, and I know several of my friends are not a big fan of Sword Art Online. And I understand. Did I even rub it into their face? No. I don't brag. I don't even boast or brag about it on my Facebook or social media. I actually have slowly outgrown it. I mean, I would watch it from time to time. I would watch the movie again. Sword Art Online, Ordinal Scale. I would love to watch it again if it ever gets premiered as a nostalgic movie. I'll watch it. I'll even watch all the Asuna movie chronicles. But again, I have several friends that have expressed that they're not a big fan of Sword Art Online. Not a big fan of SAO. And I don't get offended about it because I am not the producer of Sword Art Online. Reki Kawahara is the producer of Sword Art Online. What I'm saying is, again, I write stories. I know I said this numerous times. I'm a big fan of my stories. If I can successfully create my own anime, it will be the new number one of the entire universe, bringing down my original number 1 favorite anime, Sword Art Online, to number 2. As the greatest of all time in the universe, greatest anime of all time in the universe for me. I go by my own system, 1, 2, 3, which is SAO, Sword Art Online. Next anime, Saga of Tanya the Evil. And the third anime, Code Geass, The Luch of the Rebellion. Once I finally create my own anime from my own original stories on Wattpad, it will be the new #1 anime because I will have to watch it, to edit it, to make sure it maintains consistency, to ensure the plot is accurate at the best. So of course, I would take great pride in my own original work. So everyone have to understand that. So again, I wish Marvelous Makai and Crazy Chris would understand me better, knowing how I feel, how sensitive I am. I do not look in a friend that is very inconsiderate, putting their own interest over mine, telling me that you should be watching horror movies or making any implications of such. I don't like those remarks, rhetorical comments, or so. So that's that. I haven't talked to Crazy Chris. I'm still friends with him, but that's between me and him, and again, me and Marvelous Makai. I'm saying this because I'm triple doubling down, standing strong with my decision. There's no right or wrong in that. I would say they're not a bad person. I'll try to be fair. They're not a bad person. I just disagree with how they say things. I disagree with their philosophies, their opinions, whatever's on their mind. I disagree with them. I don't like their way of talking. Like, I'm just being honest. I find some of it confusing, conflicting, out of ordinary. It gives me like 5 hours to think, to understand their logics behind what they're saying. But I just disagree. Especially if they're not supportive. I have Soltaire Cosplay. My wife can share my fan page. Marvelous Makai can share my fan page. Crazy Chris can share my fan page, can share my page, can share my social media platforms. If you like this YouTube video, you can give it a like. Again, you can share my video content. Share it to Facebook, share it to Reddit, 4chan, Telegram, share it. Copy the link, share it. That's what I expect for a friend, a supportive mutual friend in general. A friend would share, like EP Wolverine did with his girlfriend relation, Leave It to Tegan. I know they have a dog named, forgot what his name. A husky that's sick, and I saw a post on Leave It to Tegan, and EP Wolverine shared that post. So see, I wish I have that kind of friend that's supportive, sharing my blog, sharing my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, DeviantArt, and Wattpad. Share it to the public. Spread it like wildfire. I hope it goes viral. Because sadly, cannot find friends like that are that supportive to share to help me grow as a content creator, to help me grow as a live streamer, to follow me through from start to finish, to start to the end. And I cannot find friends that will help me, find ideas or find someone that knows how to run conventions to kickstart or jumpstart a convention. As I say again, I'm trying to be a second-in-command vice chairman. And I like friends that give me leads. Send me the link, send me the person, the information, all that. I have said this on my previous live stream, on Instagram, and on Facebook, and on Twitch. And I'm speaking my mind. I'm putting my foot down and being an advocate. I like friends that really do go out of the way for me. I like friends that shares my fan page, that shares Soltaire Cosplay on Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt. Help me grow as a follower. Help me grow with followers and subscribers. Like, do something about it. Productively. Share my fan page. Share this YouTube video. Share my YouTube. Help me grow as a subscriber. Help me reach 50 subscribers, 500 subscribers. Help me get in partnership. Help me get monetized. Same thing with Twitch. Same thing with DeviantArt, Facebook, all other social medias. I'm seriously trying to grow and trying to earn my clout here. I am not Johnny Somali. I don't harass. I don't prank. I don't throw hands. I don't believe in all that. I'm just here to speak my mind and to put my foot down and be an advocate. I know I said that many times. Like, several times. So again, I am just ending it in that discussion there. In terms of friendship, I apologize if it's very personal, sensitive, but that's between me and Crazy 74, Crazy Chris, and Marvelous Makai. The two have something in common between me and them. I know that they like horror movies. They like horror genre. I don't know if that's true. I have heard it numerous times, and I'm tired of hearing it. I have made myself crystal clear to all of you, to them, to the general public of social media and the internet. I, Sunbeam Titan, am not a big fan of horror genre or anything extremely graphic. I bet you don't even like true crimes or like to see all these traumatic events happening in real life. I have seen a lot of comments related to that. I don't like horror movies. It makes me think something like that could happen in real life. Like, I understand movies are movies, like all that depiction, but I'm not interested. And I want my preference to be respected and not to be attacked or not to be teased or joked. Like, I'm sure I would lose friends if someone disagrees with my political view or so. I have lost friends over politics. And I shake my head at that, but I'm just like, well, whatever. It's no big deal. Because Facebook is just frivolous. It's just an entertainment platform. It's personal. You don't get paid to simply surf on Facebook or surf the internet. You don't get paid to just blog and post your images on Instagram and Facebook. It is all optional, not a requirement. There's no benefits in that. You're really just gonna give away your privacy very much. So there's no real higher honor or value in having a Facebook account or so. You're just posting away your image of yourself, like what I'm doing a video selfie, I'm showing myself for YouTube. Probably it will get shared to Facebook, Instagram. I am trying to be a public figure, and I'm speaking my mind from the bottom of my heart at the top of my lungs. Yeah, that's one of the phones that belongs to one of my immediate family. Not sure why it's stuck to the ceiling on the fan there, but yeah. So again, I'll just wrap it up that I'm still friends with Crazy Chris, Crazy74, but I disagree with how he say things, like some things he says, and I don't appreciate his interests, his egotistical mind, and I'm done being friends with Marvelous Mackay, and that's that. I disagree with what he said. I don't care if he tells me in person or he apologizes to me in person, but friendship is over. Give him a second chance. He blew it. Whether he stand his ground and whatever he said, he means it. Well, I already mean what I say, and I take an action against that. I don't want to make friends with people who are like that, who don't respect my personal preference, who don't respect my interest level. I don't like anyone putting their own interests over mine. If I don't like horror movies, I expect it okay and move on. Don't bring it up ever again. Don't bring that subject again. You hang out with other friends that like horror movies. You hang out with my friend Crazy Chris and be friends with him. Watch horror movies together. I'm sure there's more fish in the seas that have the same interests. You hang out with those people. If you're compatible with those people, good. But I'm not compatible. I'm not compatible with a lot of people's interests. I love Sword Online, again. And I know maybe some of you or some of my friends that I know, they don't like Sword Online. But I don't even keep boasting about it. I don't make them watch it. I have almost never said anything about that. Almost 5-star, 10 out of 10. I've never said anything related to that or force or pressure anybody into doing what I like, what I'm interested in. Never. So that concludes how I am and who I am and how I'm trying to make friends with certain people here. That's the memo. Now, another thing is, when it comes to politics, I am flexible. I'm like an omnivore kind of person. I'm a Democrat and Republican, liberal, conservative. As of now, America has felt so divided. A lot of people are anti-current president, but I'm sure there are also people that are anti the previous president. Well, life is not perfect. Reality is full of hate, hostile, dividedness, nitpicking, and controversialness. Lots of insensitivity here. That's how I see the reality. But me, I'm very flexible. I am not actually sensitive with politics or news. I watch all news and all forms of perspective. I treat politicians, presidents, like a person, like how I want to be treated. I look at them as a person. So if I see Donald J. Trump, I will shake his hand. If I see Joe Biden, I will shake his hand. If I see Obama, shake his hand. I shake anyone's hand. I would fairly say in person, or if they are open to personal email, I will tell them, thank you for your presidency, but I fairly disagree with your policies, your way of running the country. I am a civil human being. I will formally say it. But again, not all presidents are perfect. Not all politicians are perfect. I just want to throw that out there. I'm neutral. I don't side with either parties or whatever. But I apologize talking about this in politics. Because again, life and reality is full of politics. Whether you agree, like it or not. But again, I'm just making it clear that we live in a world where everything feels so divided. There are a lot of corruptions. There are a lot of hate. A lot of nitpicking. A lot of disagreements. That's how I see in reality. I don't see a lot of upbeats and a lot of positives. It's sad. So anyway, let me move on to the next. So again, I want to promote this drink, this chilled drink called Neuro brand, Neuro Bliss. Special thanks to shout out to Crazy74, Crazy Chris. And I'll give him a compliment on that, give him credit, because this is the kind of supportive friend I'm looking for in him. Like Crazy Chris suggested me this back in mid-2000, around 2009 or 2010. I'm sorry, like 2009, around 2009, 2011, around there, when I'm under a lot of stress. My friend suggested me this drink by the brand of Neuro, Neuro, and he suggested Neuro Bliss because I'm always stressed. It's been a long day for me. He suggested this drink, and I appreciate his recommendation. So I went to HEB or Walmart at the time when they were selling this in store, and I bought several of these, over $1.30 or so. Bought these, and it helps me reduce stress. So thank you, Crazy Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Crazy74, for the recommendation. Again, that's what I'm looking for in a friend. That's the kind of friend I want. A friend that is supportive and helpful, including a friend that would send me links and leads to apply to be a creative writer or freelance writer. I want a friend like that. Not a friend that talks about horror movies or put on a horror movie, that put themselves first. That's not a friend. I don't like a friend that's egotistical, selfish, or self-centered. I will admit I am egotistical, selfish, and self-centered with my own passion. I love writing. I did say this a lot of time. I don't like to be bothered when I write stories. And I mean it. I know I said that. I am honest. I admit that I'm egotistical. I'm self-centered, selfish over my own stories. Writing stories. I don't like to be bothered. I like to distance myself. I'm self-absorbed. But I don't rub it into people. I don't get people to read my stories or promote my stories or so. I leave it. I just share it on here. I just post it here on YouTube. I post it on Facebook. I share my stories and just leave it at that. Like I share it to the general public and leave it to the free will of other community people, whether they want to read my stories or not. I don't ever tell them or anything. I just share and leave it at that. So again, it's always been a long day. Shout out to Crazy Chris for suggesting this. And I wish to see Neuro brand continue to sell these drinks locally here in Central Texas. Selling this brand at HEB, Walmart, or whatever. I want to see more of this. Because I have spent $27 ordering a 12-pack. A pack of 12 on Amazon. They do sell this on Amazon. And it took me about 2 or 3 days to get this item. It's lightly carbonated. Its flavor is white raspberry. Again, Neuro Bliss. Reduce stress. Drink chilled. Only 20 calories. No artificial colors. Lightly carbonated. Again, order this on Amazon. Shout out to Neuro brand. Trying to promote and advertise that. You know, I'm going to drink my water. So again, I also want to say that me and my wife have been married for almost 2 years. Or going to be going on for 2 years. 1 year and a quarter. Me and my wife have been married since September 2nd, 2023, Saturday, here in Central Texas. I'm fully aware of what my wife has posted on Facebook. I know she shares a lot of image with another man, another friend. And I want to remind you that she's married to me. She needs to understand the difference between commitment, loyalty, trust, and that she needs to be committed to herself to me, no matter how I am. My parents, my family spent over $30,000 or $40,000 on this average marriage. And every friend that were nice enough to go out of their way to don a tuxedo for this occasion, remember that they went out of their way. They spent their time and money, gas, travel, all for this occasion. hoping that this will be the only one and final wedding. So my wife has to understand that. She shouldn't be posting a lot of image with another man or another friend. And she should not be overhugging Maris Mackay or other people. I know my friend Crazy Chris and other people have seen it and they were concerned or curious or wondering. So I'm going to clear that up, that I did let her know that she's married to me and she needs to understand that, like it or not. It doesn't matter what she says. It's all about impression, opinions, what perspective, how people view things. It is beyond my control to control what other people's opinions or what people think or impression-wise. But I did take an action and I did let her know that she is married to me. She's my wife. And I haven't talked to any other females of opposite sex because I am married and I am hideous. As I am now, I have moderate severe acne. I have serious hyperpigmentation, dark spots over my face and body. I'm just being honest and open in that I am not handsome. And I'm married. So I'm just leaving it at that, and I am committed to my wife. My family spent their hard-earned money working their butts off to make this marriage work. You should understand that. If I were to spend over 40 grand to help my kids get married and they get a divorce, it is very sad. It would make me feel that I wasted all this money for nothing and I worked my butt off for nothing. I don't like it to see that being taken for granted. So I'm trying to let everyone know, the community, the general public of the internet, to my former friend, to even my longtime friends, for those that are still friends with me and those that somewhat knows about me, to know that I'm married to my wife and my wife is married to me and she should be committed to me and she shouldn't be posting all these stuff on Facebook with another man or another guy, and to let all her friends know that they got to back off and keep their distance. They need to respect our boundaries, that we're married. And that's all I have to say about that. And another thing is, again, I don't play Genshin Impact, I don't play video games, and I don't watch movies. Again, I write stories. I dedicated almost 24 hours, 30 hours, almost every day of my life, whenever I have free time, to write my stories. I'm very passionate, devoted, dedicated, and committed to writing my stories. So much that I wish it would have replaced my full-time jobs. I currently work at Amazon. I don't like that job. I said it numerous times. I fully expressed this, that I don't like my job. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't want to quit because I can't find a job that helps me write stories. Like free write stories on Wattpad. There's no high paying job. There's no 1099 gigs other than maybe 5R. And again, I hope to have supportive friends that will help me send me the links, or if they know a website where I can get paid to write stories straightforward like that, where I can copy paste from Wattpad and reproduce my own story on another writing platform where I can get paid or monetize. Send me the link, send me the information. I don't like friends that are not just being that helpful or so unsupportive like that. So I really am speaking my mind from the bottom of my heart. And I'm really expressing how I feel and all that, what's going on with me. And I'm telling you straight from the heart. No lies. I love writing stories. It means a lot to me. I have written my stories since 2005, since elementary school. And I love writing my stories. I see myself writing my stories. And I'm taking the time to speak my mind on here, to get this video content, this personal video blog uploaded on YouTube. Hope maybe it'll get shared to Facebook, Instagram, or DeviantArt. Like wildfires, it might go viral. I don't know. But without a shadow of a doubt, that's where I'm at. That's how I feel as of now. Do I see myself to continue to cosplay and go to conventions? Yes, but like part-time. The only conventions in mind will be ColossalCon Texas in 2025, around summer season, and Windbloom around mid-August. Those will be the two conventions. Traveling wise, I'll be planning to go to China and maybe to Honolulu, Hawaii, and later on in the future, Japan. So yeah. And again, I will say this again. For those that trying to know me or keep me as a stranger, or you have already known something about me, yes. It's a long day for me. I am considered an impatient, stressed person with limited interest and preference. I did say this, I am a liberal person. Open to new ideas. But I have already seen horror content and I don't like it. I don't understand what kind of friends this, you, or that person are. But if I have seen horror movies, if I don't like horror movies, then you gotta stop bringing it up. You gotta pretend that horror genre never existed. Because I'm a considerate person. I don't bring up any subject that nobody wants to hear or so. I keep everything to myself. I'm an introverted person. So again, I have developed antisocial demeanor. I do lock myself in a room. I distance myself from society. I am like a lone wolf. Because back in the days when I was in elementary school through high school, I am lonely and single for more than a decade in my school years. And all my true companion is my stories, writing my stories. Whether you find it sad or not, well, I'm sorry. But that's the truth, my personal truth, and my own perspective. Do I like to make new friends? Yes. But do I want friends to respect my interests? Yes. If I don't like horror movies, I expect you to say, okay, don't talk about it, don't ever bring it up. Find friends that share your same interests, your same hobbies, and that's that. That's a straightforward answer from me. If you're at the age of 18 to 35, you gotta grow up and start being mindful of people's interests and hobbies. If you're not interested in their hobbies, you can kindly say, no, I'm not interested. Can you please not bring it up or say anything or make any remarks? And that's what I'm trying to expect here. I do a phenomenal job in not talking about what they don't like. I keep every my own interest to myself and to those that share the same interests. And that's the memo. So, I'm trying to see what else I have to say. Oh yeah, I'm going to try to share this. I have been getting a lot of scams, largely on DeviantArt. Since I have a DeviantArt account, I've been getting a lot of these notes, messages, and chats of various spammers, solicitators. And I hated it. I know I've shared this on a few of my live streams. I have reported it to the DeviantArt moderators to get it all banned and flagged as scams. But I'm trying to have that note link up here somewhere or up here to show that I've been getting all these notes from all these similar messages from scammers, these commission artists. So I am trying my best to memorize what I have said. But scammers, commission artists, they say something similar, such as they like my stories, they pretend to like my stories, but they don't care to read it, and they try to make comic or artwork out of it, trying to bring my stories to life. I don't know if these commission artists that have little to no activity on their profile domain are active or not. Like whether they're legitimate or not. They have a full profile on Twitter, X, or elsewhere. I am only sticking to DeviantArt, DA, and I'm calling out all these commission artist scammers and exposing them for what they are. I have reported it to the DeviantArt to get them banned. All these spams, solicitators. I'm getting tired of being misleaded onto Discord, Telegram, Skype, WhatsApp. So I'm calling out all these commission scam artists, exposing them, and I'm trying to put all these messages up here in the corner. I might try to edit this video to include that. So trying to call out those commission scam artists on DeviantArt and any other scammers out there in general. There have been a lot of scammers, and I'm sad that these scammers continue to thrive and to grow and to expand. And it's very alarming that these scammers continue to exist. That I'm hoping to call for a scam Avengers. All these scam baiters like Pleasant Green, Pierogi, Kibola, all these scam baiters hoping to come together to really destroy all these scams from the root down, to shut them down for good, and to continue doing so as these scams are continuing to exist throughout this year and now. I'm very sad, and I find it very unfortunate that these scammers are all about money, greed. They trying to create every deceptive, cunning maneuvers to try to trick victims into spending all their hard-earned money for something that they will never get. It's very sad. I know I have promoted Pleasant Green a lot on my live stream, so again, I appreciate having it all shown on my platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. So thank you, Pleasant Green. I like to promote other YouTubers on my live streams, so I have a habit of like live streaming their video content. So I'm trying to give them proper credit. Again, shout out to Vincent, Pleasant Green, Webby WebSurf, to all Amazon reviews like C11 and NFC Production. Shout out to them all. Again, I don't like scams. I don't appreciate it. So I'm calling out all those commission artist scammers and any other trolling websites. I have reported it really well and documented it really well, and I'm trying to shut them all down. I hope DeviantArt update their policy and sharpen their scam busting policies to shut down and quell down all these scammers, all these dishonest commission artists, con artists, solicitors. I have made myself very clear of what I said on DeviantArt. I like to work with commission artists that are nice enough to give me a free complimentary art or comic. I made myself crystal clear, and I'm saying it again. I like to support commission artists who are legitimate, passionate, and dedicated. Nice enough to give me a free art trade, a free art gift or so. I mean it. I am not going to spend $1,000 or $800, $200 on a full comic. I am not going to do that. Not until I get a free sample, like a free artwork commission. I mean it. I'm making that a declaration. I do support legitimate commission artists, but only if they are nice enough to give me free artwork to show their appreciation and show their commitment that they are legitimate and transparent. And aside that, again, I work for Amazon. I'm currently still working there. I'm hoping to work my way up to be a management or a supervisor position. I'm trying to get higher earnings. You know, I'm trying to be an ever successful and prosperous person. And right now, I don't know what's going on with the company of Amazon where I work at, but they're really taking a long time to help me learn a new thing, help me learn how to use computers, to be a problem solver, and all that. I'm very tired of it. I've been telling them I want to learn how to be a problem solver in every different process path. Outbound ship dock, outbound pick, outbound pack, inbound stow, inbound receive decant. I'm trying to learn how to do problem solving, how to work on computers, understand data, and all that. But never got the chance to learn it. Even took a long time for me to become a learning ambassador. I don't know what's taking the company of Amazon that long. I see new people or people that I know, colleagues, have already becoming problem solvers, and I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I'm unhappy about it. So I'm calling that out, speaking my mind about that, and speaking out about that. I don't appreciate Amazon not helping me learn or work my way up. I don't like the interview process. I wish I can get promoted more in a better way through all my credentials. Because I've been working there for almost 5 years or 4 years where I work at. I have learned outbound ship dock, inbound stow, inbound decant receive, outbound pick, or caps, or outbound pack. And I do have A to Z to prove it. I might try to show my rates up there, my metrics, and I disagree with it. I disagree with the rate metrics performance. I find it biased. The computer could be inaccurate. I disagree with the whole metric rates. That's one thing I don't like about Amazon or related companies that follows the rate metrics. I disagree with it. And again, I do have a common cold. I have a bad nasal congestion up here and a congestion right here. Got the bad stuffy nose. And, I'm coughing, sneezing. My voice is like altered. So yeah, I'm sick. And I'm also sick and tired of working at Amazon. And sick and tired of having certain friends that don't respect my boundaries, my personal preference, interests, and not promoting my hobbies, like my creative write on Wattpad. Like, I want a supportive friend, and that's what I look for. I also disagree with conventions, and events, not recognizing cosplayers, undervalued, underrated cosplayers with low followings. Like, I want to grow to be a successful cosplayer as well and a successful content creator. I want to see myself having 500 subscribers on YouTube where I can monetize my videos. I want to see myself having over 1,000 followers on Instagram under Sunbeam Titan and Soltaire Cosplay. I want to see myself having over 5K or 1K watchers on DeviantArt. Like, all together in general, I want to have over 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 of whatever on any social media platforms. You have to give me credit for speaking my mind openly, for saying all that. I know you or this content creator, that content creator may not admit this, may not express this, but would agree with me that they want to grow, they want to be successful, they want to seek higher success and prosperity. And I'm speaking my mind from the bottom of my heart. And that's why I disagree with the YouTube monetization requirements. I don't like to have to chase subscribers. I don't like to have 500 or more subscribers just to get my video monetized, to apply for so. I'm trying really hard to get a lot of viewerships and all that. I share my YouTube left and right. I share it on stories on Instagram and Facebook. I share it all around on various social medias. I hope to be successful. Pray to the Lord. I hope that all the community will come together and subscribe to me. Now, I want to say this. I'm not forcing you. I'm not begging, whether you find it so or not. And and I just want it to be natural. If you find my content appealing and you like what I have to say, if you like hearing what I have to say, whether you find it sensitive or not, then feel free to subscribe. If not, that's okay. But I'm just telling you how I feel, that I disagree with the YouTube monetization program. I disagree that it should not take 500 subscribers to qualify to have your video to be monetized, to get paid from YouTube or to get paid by YouTube. Same thing with TikTok, same thing with Wattpad, same thing with Facebook, Instagram, and various social media that goes by the numbers of connections, the numbers of people, the numbers of users having to subscribe or such. I disagree with all that. It needs to change. It needs to go by video content produced 5 minutes or more. I am really putting my foot down and speaking my mind against that, hoping to see a change, a big change. And again, and the next subject is, again, I'm trying to promote Anime Town. Again, with anime conventions, fleeting and temporary, 3 days, 4 days, 2 days, 1 day. Like all these conventions that are temporarily, that don't last forever, and they only take the next year, annually. I want to see Project Anime Town. I want to see Anime Town. Anime Town is like Chinatown. Shopping strips, eateries, bubble tea, coffee shops with anime theme. Wall scroll papers, plushies, TVs playing anime. Various anime, 2D anime. Excuse me. But yeah, I want to see Anime Town flourish. Come to fruition. Come to reality. Make it happen. All successful, wealthy entrepreneurship, business leaders, chairpersons, chairman, chairwoman, influencers. I hope they all band together and create Anime Town, just like Chinatown. I want to see a bunch of otaku-like anime, a big anime centers, arcades, restaurants, bubble teas, and all that. Even I hope to see a Genshin theme store open up here in Central Texas, at least here in Austin, Texas, ATX. A Genshin themed store open up with a lot of Genshin items, plushies, wallpapers, books, journals, all that. I want to be surrounded by anime all around me. Like when you go to an anime convention like A-Con, A-Fest, Ikicon, Ecchi Expo, all these anime themed conventions, I want to be surrounded all around me by anime. All anime, otaku, J-pop, anime merchandise. Japanese pop culture, anime merchandise. And that's what I'm talking about when I mean Anime Town. So I hope to see Anime Town come to fruition. I hope to see its success. I hope to see it grow. I hope somebody move forward with this, with that plan. I hope somebody share and say something about Anime Town or Anime City, Anime Plaza, Anime State, or whatever. And I mean it. Okay, I don't know what Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at a text, but okay. So again, I see myself hoping to become a landlord or a realtor in charge of keeping Anime Town thriving, successfully growing. I hope to be in that position as a landlord or so. I hope to see myself either as a manager or supervisor if I work in a retail store or something. I don't want to be a tier 1 grunt worker. I don't want to be like a volunteer. I want to be a manager in a management position. I'm getting tired of being stuck at an entry level in a high school diploma. I want to see myself in a better position. And that's all I have to say about that. So yes, indeed, it's been a long day for me. I spoken my mind thoroughly. I stand where I stand. Whether you like me or not, you appreciate me as a content creator, a friend or so or not, that's fine. I'm speaking from the heart, how I feel. And I'm making this crystal clear to the general public of the internet. I love writing my stories. I see myself hoping to work in an anime field, whether in a retail store or a restaurant, anime-themed restaurant. Hope to see Anime Town thrive. I don't like working at Amazon or boring technical jobs. But more importantly, I want to be like Monty when he created RWBY. I want to be like an animator like him. I want to get paid to be an animator like him, a creative writer. Those two is what I'm trying to major in. Or the number one what I'm trying to major in is animator. So yeah, that's where I see myself. Trying to uphold my promises, go to college, to get that education to get there. But it costs a lot of money. And again, I just don't like that everything costs a lot of money. I don't like where everything financially is out of reach. Was to see a big change in that. Where everything can be affordable again, where I can successfully live on my own, to get a house with a front yard and backyard, where I can travel with ease without having to spend thousands or 10 grand's worth. And that's all I have to say. So again, thank you for hearing me out, for tuning in. Appreciate the subscribe, appreciate the support. Actual, legitimate support. And again, I'm going to say this as a reminder. I want to make myself absolutely clear. I do not appreciate scams or dishonest merchants, unsolicited remarks, stern responses, or condescending considerations about my personal choices, such as unneeded advice about exercising. Over time, I deliberately reduced my Facebook friends from over 600 to about 200, choosing to keep only those who respect my boundaries and values, or my interests, hobbies. I'm beginning to enjoy the tranquility that comes with not being constantly bothered. My main passion lies in creative writing and animation, like Monty RWBY, fields where I am actively seeking opportunities. Unfortunately, these have been scarce. If any friends, or if any viewers, any of you hearing me at this time of this recording, hearing me at this moment here, any friends, anybody, come across openings in anime-related careers or writing positions, I would greatly appreciate you sending me those links, leads, informations. Like the person that running this convention that's work in progress, that's looking for management or second in command, or someone trying to create Anime City or something related to my vision of Anime Town. I like people sending me links and informations. If you know there is like a new writing platform that pays freelance creative writers to get their writing monetized, and it's very easy, send me that link. I need to know the website. Send me the name of the website, the full information. I need friends like that. And not just attacking me and not commentating and not sending me helpful links or so. I want friends that are more supportive like that. So I'll repeat that again. My main passion lies in creative writing and animation fields where I am actively seeking opportunities. Unfortunately, these have been scarce. If any friends or anybody come across openings in anime related careers or a writing position, if they heard about something or heard rumors or any information or any known information that are opening to hire somebody or someone, send me those links, send me any leads to get me to apply for those positions. Reach out to them and say, hey, this person, Sunbeam Titan, wants to work. Has a strong work ethic. He's very dedicated. I know him. He loves going to anime convention. He loves anime, and he's very passionate about writing and anime. Like something like that along the line. I will greatly appreciate it. My interests are focused and limited. And while I no longer spend much time watching movies or playing games, my commitment to my responsibilities as an adult remains unchanged. I come from a serious family background where frivolity was not the norm, and this has profoundly shaped my demeanor. I value directness, purpose, and respect in my interactions, and have little patience for trivial banter. I expect to be treated with the same respect one would show to their parents, or elders, I would say. Yeah, or elders, no less. So again, I don't like horror movies. I know that some of my immediate family don't like horror movies. But I do not rub it into people like that. So I expect friends to treat me the same way they would treat my immediate family or elders at the age of 40. I make myself very clear, and I will not make friends or keep friends like that don't treat me the same way, the same respect. That's that. Friendships for me is about mutual respect and support. Like what if you Google up the definition of friend, they would listen to you and they would respect your boundaries. They would not bring up insensitive topics or things you don't want to hear or things you don't like, whether it's the truth or the reality. True friends are supposed to be mutual and supportive like that. They would not waste their time or waste their breath on bringing things that they don't want to hear. And I'm sure you would agree with the same courtesy. I'm good at that. I don't bring things that they don't want to hear. I don't make people do things that I like that they don't like. I give myself about 5-star about that. 10 out of 10. Friendship for me is about mutual respect and support, not about belittling, nitpicking each other, or forcefully pushing personal preferences or their own interests or hobbies on one another. I don't enjoy horror or graphic movies, and I should not have to find it hard to not say that or to express that. And I dismiss these topics with a simple okay. That's what I expect. If I don't like horror movies, you should say, okay, I understand. Carry on. Move on. I steer clear of those who adopt a politically condescending or dismissive tone towards me. My preferences are my own. And while I respect others' choices, I expect the same in return, the same courtesy, the same considerations for a friend. As I see my friend list decrease on Facebook, or where I lose followers or subscribers or so, whether I end up alone doesn't concern me. At least how I'm feeling right now. Back in elementary school, I was concerned. I didn't like being alone and single, but I guess as of now, at my age, it doesn't concern me. My primary joy comes from writing, creative writing, writing stories. Whether it's storytelling, creative writing, or exploring AI-assisted writing, my fulfillment derives from my craft, not the number of connections I maintain. I prefer peace over being surrounded by potentially toxic or conflicting individuals. If someone opts to unfriend me over differences in opinions or politics, that's fine by me. Writing has always been my true companion, a passion nurtured since childhood, since elementary school, for more than a decade, from elementary to high school. Furthermore, I want to remind everyone on Facebook and the wider internet community that having many friends or none at all is immaterial to me. I mean, in general, having friends is not a requirement, it's optional. So again, it's immaterial to me. Peace and quiet far outweigh any unnecessary drama. Friends are optional, and there is little value in maintaining a large circle, especially when it can include individuals who may be bad, cruel, dishonest, provocative, untrustworthy, or potentially dangerous, criminally dangerous. There are such things as backstabbers and stalkers and creeps. Friends are people, you and I. I am trying to be one of those good friends, considerate friends, but I should not have to feel compelled or forced or pressured into doing things that another person enjoys that I don't enjoy. That's not a true friend, in my opinion. And that they should compliment me and credit me for being honest and open. Friends that know me for more than 3 years should know I don't like horror movies, and they should know better not to bring it up. And they should move on to finding friends that like horror genre. I'm sure, I already know I said this a lot, but I love Sword Online, and I have several friends that are not a big fan of Sword Online. And that's fine. Did I get mad about it? No. I don't even create Sword Online. I'm not the producer. Why would I take some sort of pride or feel butthurt about it? It's just hobby. It's just a interest. It's no big deal. It shouldn't be a big fuss. But I don't respect friends that are not very considerate of my personal interest or preference. And that's the bottom line. And that's the memo. So I'm just going to wrap it up, conclude the video right there. Because I want to get back to writing stories. I'm not feeling well. I have the common cold. And I don't appreciate the insult to injuries. So I'm just clearing all this up and mopping all this up. Making this my solid decision. I don't want to make friends with anyone. I'm not friends with Marvis Mackay anymore. I'm still friends with Crazy Chris, but I'm letting him know on here, if you watch this, that I don't like horror movies, and I want a friend that's very considerate of my interest and preference. Don't ever bring up horror genre. Don't ever talk about graphic movies. If I find them insensitive, you respect that. You say, okay, I understand. Talk about anime. Talk about Anime Town. Help me promote Anime Town. Share my Wattpad. But again, it's optional. I'm not forcing you. I'm just saying that's what I want look for in a supportive friend. And that's the ultimate memo. This is Sunbeam Titan, General Sunbeam, Sunbeam072 reporting as a content creator on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and a creative writer and a future animator, hoping to be successful like Monty Ohm. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you for hearing me out from start to finish. And peace.